I want to be like known as the best person to ever come out of Newcastle. Like have the best legacy, the best fighter that ever come out of Newcastle. That's what I want. World champion, multiple world champion, just the best person to come out of Newcastle. No one's really done it from Newcastle. So imagine being that great from Newcastle who done it. It would just be mint one there. That's what I want. I just want a legacy really more than else. To tell you the truth, I want to turn pro at 18, mate. I've always wanted to be a pro as quick as I can, but my dad's basically kind of always said, like, you've got to win a national title before you turn pro. That's why I always say, like, you know, one of the young kids in the gym that I say, like, it's just your apprenticeship, do you know what I mean? Like, if you get beat, it doesn't matter, you only learn. The only time it matters about that zero is when you're a professional, do you know what I mean? But till then, it's just, you just gain the experience, fight everyone, learn from everything. I've won 10 regional titles, I've won a box cup, I've won 2 of the regional elite belts at 2 different weights. I've won obviously the ABAs, and then the 4 Nations I got a silver, so and then I've just got a England male boxer of the year as well, so they're like me six big things. The way I looked at it is like, obviously I won my ABA title at 21, and I thought that's the perfect time. Obviously do the 4 Nations, get me England vest, so I can say I box for the country, do that and then turn pro. So obviously by the time all my forms and all my process is done, I'm going to be 22 I'm 22 in October, so it's like have my debut when I'm 22. I think like that's the perfect age, because you're starting to become a full-on man and that, and you're not at your prime yet, so you can have your learning fight young. Then by the time like 26, 27, coming at the prime, I'll be at that stage, so I feel like it's a perfect time, really. I'd been on like the England squad when I was a youth, and I'd been on like last year as well. But last year I was meant to box in December against Scotland, and the week before the lad pulled out. And then when I was a youth, it happened again. So it's like every time I was meant to box, they got pulled out. But then obviously, luckily in the 4 Nations, it was 3 other nations, so I was guaranteed to definitely box. Since being a kid though, I've never been bothered about, you know, like thinking, oh, I want to go to the Olympics, I want to do this. I've always wanted to said, like ask anyone, I've always said I want to win belts, just win loads of belts, so you don't get no belts at the Olympics, they go to turn pro, win them that way. I was setting a JB assessment lap before, like obviously as I was turning pro, but I still went and done it just for the experience, because I spotted the Indian national team, so I still went down for the rounds and that. I was thinking, I was like, if I end up on JB, like 6 years is like the next Olympics, because I'm not going to the one that's in 2 years, so it would be like 6 years, and I'd be like, well, I'm coming up 27, like that's 6 long years of being a professional I'm going to miss out on. And I thought, it's not what you want to do, so don't chase it. Bit of a life lesson, actually. Like, do you want to get tough and not everything's going your way, and like no matter how bad you want it, and you feel like giving up, like when like getting the national finals and getting beaten, like, do you know what I mean, like the things you want, and like not giving up. It just shows that, like, if you want something that bad, you've just got to keep going, keep showing up every day. You've got to just push on. You've got to just deal with the bad, because eventually it's going to work out. So just push on, keep showing up. Late nights, early mornings, hard work, missing everything as a teenager. I'm 21, you know what I mean? I miss everything we made. Basically, you just got to sacrifice everything. Everything good and fun and enjoyable, like you want to do, you got to sacrifice. Like half the time I'm at like SNC on a Tuesday, half 8 at night after I'm Brittley, I've been at work all day, 8 hours, go train, then I've got SNC half 8 at night, like I'm not getting in until half 10, like even little things like that, or like on a Sunday I'm training at half 5 at SNCs and that, like training late every night after work, training in the mornings, like it's just all the hard work and everything you don't want to do, you've got to do, so that's the main bit. Everything, you know what, everything's been changing, like we're slowing us down, because obviously I'm quite fast paced on us, so now we're slowing us down, tightening up my defences, letting us pick your shots and that, learning, you know, the dirty pro tricks when you're in close air. It's been a massive change. Like we're like 2.5 weeks into it, and I've been on a sparring trip to London, I've been sparring another pro locally, and like the improvements are coming so fast, and like what my coach is learning is I'm taking it in so fast, but it is a massive change. I never thought it would be such a big change, because it's just boxing, but honestly, it's a complete different sport. Like, it's mad. I've always had a pair of boxing gloves on. My dad's always had boxing gloves on. Like, I remember there's a video right somewhere, and I've got a little Spine-on onesie on, these little red-eyed ass gloves. I must be about 4 or 5, and like, there was a punch bag in the downstairs bedroom, and I'm just blasting it. 6 punch combos and that. Like, so like, even going back there, I'm probably 4 or 5. Like, that's how young it was. So it's like, it's one of them things. It's just as soon as I could be in the gym, I was in. I learned just so many valuable life lessons. Like, people just think it's fighting and like hitting each other. There's so much more to it than just fighting, you know what I mean? The lads in the gym, Joe, when you first speak to them and they just say hello, And then after a few months, they're coming out and full-on conversations with us, and it's just like, it brings everyone closer. It definitely brings confidence out. Like, obviously the ABA title was mint. I was buzzing to finally win it. Like, when I'd won it, I was like, there you go, Dad, there's your national title, you know what I mean? So that one meant a lot. Like, that one meant a relief, because like, obviously me mum and dad had seen us lose 3 national finals all on splits and think, God, he's like, we're gonna have to deal with him after that, how like angry he is, not like like, it was just a lot for them. So I think it felt good to finally be relieved and think, I finally won that national title. So if that one was good, but obviously for me, the male boxer of the year, like, you gotta think about everyone in the full country. I was the England committee picked me as male boxer of the year after the year I've had. I thought that one's a bit of a standout, and it's a big award. My national final was like quite tough mentally, because obviously box boy called Jack Lambert, quality kid, would box each other twice. Like, he beat me in a national final, then I'd beat him in a national semi when we were youths. And obviously as a senior I would never mix, he was always the weight above, but he beat everyone. And if you watch Jack Lambert fight, he just pressures you, and he makes people crumble. So I remember obviously I'd had a lot of hard fights, you know, the weeks before that, even the weekend before when I boxed a good Navy lad, and I'd had a bad eye and that, because the Navy lad calls a good shot. And not the Navy, a Marine lad calls a good shot and that. So I'd already had the injury on my eye. I knew I was boxing Jack Lambert. I thought, this is a tough fight. We'd already boxed each other twice before. I thought, I'm up against it. Yeah, the national final, you can't lose this one. So that one was tough mentally, but I think like the mental pressure helped us shine. Like, I wanted it that bad. I just made sure everything was perfect on the day.
You did.
I think that'll help loads, you know, when people can say like, who's ranked the best, who's ranked in the top 10, you know what I mean? So you see where your kid's at and you say, oh, he's in the top 10, let's put him against someone that's top 10. Okay, let's put him against someone top 5. I think that'd be massive for amateur boxing, me.